Hello, welcome to Maslow Tarot. We're going to be doing a deep dive reading for Virgo for November 2023. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Let's see what letters might be important for you, Virgo. Or numbers. We got a 0 so far. Five. Q. J, N, or is that a Z? It is an N. All right, that's it. And then we got a year, less than a year. All right, 5 months to a year potentially could be part of what you need to hear. We got Q, J, N. I was thinking June as well. And let's see what overall energies we have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for November. Ooh. Acceptance. Welcome. Acceptance. Okay. Love. Healing. Contentment. Ooh, these are really good energies, Virgo. I like it. It feels really peaceful, really like releasing. Let's see, we're gonna get straight into the tarot with a version of Celtic crossfed. Let's take this out of the way. Move some of this. Lots of moving stuff. Might have to be flexible in the month of November. Hey, March, could have been May through June could have been important, or a question that you had in May and June. Interesting. All right. What is Virgo's energy? Jeez. Oh no. What happened? Sorry about that. My battery died. Or is dying. All right, so for Virgo, what's the energy for Virgo for the month of November 2023? Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Princess of Cups, Page of Cups, costume designer. You could be getting an offer at this time or thinking about making an offer to somebody. Let me get a little closer. The quality went down. You could be making something or have an idea come up that you really feel connected to. What's crossing this energy for November? Oh. Keep wanting to throw cards. What's crossing this energy for November? The Mage. Looks like November might be pretty creative for you. Something that you manifested. The foundation of the reading, we have Prince of Swords, the Hacker in reverse. Could be really good with computers. Could be building something, maybe an app. Maybe like patenting something. Interesting. All right, what's the distant past that's affecting this current situation? Oh. Peace or Two of Swords and Temperance in reverse. Something that you probably tried before is resurfacing. You had to make a really hard decision that you didn't really want to make, but you took the time to analyze everything and make the best decision you could at the time. So this might have been something you put on hold and it's coming back. What's your immediate future or recent events regarding November? Two of Wands in reverse, making that decision, trying the other path, and the Public Defender, Queen of Wands. I feel like you're adding to an old idea you had, and have a whole new sense of motivation for it as well. Sorry, I'm trying to get lighting so you can see. Cool. And then what is crowning November, the energy of November? Your hope or your desire. Abundance. So I think you're trying to keep this private at the time, and you're trying to keep yourself from getting any negative feedback. So you're trying to, I feel like you're really trying to pay attention to the details in November, or figuring out who's going to be on your team. You could be going to a birthday party. Interesting. Okay, so what is your attitude or your self-image of your own situation, Virgos? The Day Trader, Prince of Discs in reverse. It's like, I want to make this long-term. I'm just not sure if it's a long-term, if it's at long-term value yet. This could be a relationship as well. Trying to stay out of a third-party situation, because that came out in reverse. Really manifesting what you desire at this time. So your manifestations are coming in, and I think that maybe this is somebody you've thought about in the past, or somebody that maybe you broke up with previously. This could be an ex coming back around, but maybe they've healed. Maybe they've leveled up in some kind of way. And then how's your environment? How's Virgo's environment for the month of November in regards to this situation? Okay, that's a lot of cards. So we're going to put that back. Just one spirit for environment. Worry. So we have Five of Pentacles in reverse. So giving up this idea of lack mindset. Maybe re-envisioning a way to make this happen. Restoring your self-value. They could see you as like not really worried about money. Maybe avoiding pain. Internal fears regarding the situation. Change. So you're worried about it being too much, or that you have too much going on, or that you don't have enough money. Whoa. Yeah, so I'm thinking too much going on. Also toxicity, maybe worrying about habits or becoming, I'm getting like attaching yourself to someone to where you actually take on their traits and their likes and start to lose yourself. So I think that's something that you're trying to avoid. Trying to rebuild your own value and your own worth. So you're not kind of looking like a victim, if that makes sense. And then your probable future. So if you don't change anything, if you just keep going, what does the energy look like for the outcome or probable outcome? Whoa, these cards are acting crazy. Four of Wands in reverse. I'm sorry, Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're going to miss an opportunity if you don't change anything. Or you might even miss the fact that it even happened. I'm not saying like you'll be rejected, but missing the opportunity as it stands or as it comes in. Let's get some more information through clarifying. All right, let's see. I like getting the little versions for clarifying. All right. All right, so what is this King of Cups for November? Something that you've kind of overwaiting for. You feel ready for it this time because you've done the work. So you're ready to take this up. You're ready to feel about it again. I think I'm getting carpal tunnel. My like wrist hurts like right here. It's hurting so bad. All right, Virgo, so what is this distant past with the Two of Swords that's affecting your November energy? For Virgo. Nine of Swords in reverse. I think you avoided something because it just was too stressful. And you just avoided it completely. You're like, I don't have the patience for this right now. This is really hard because I want to do this, but I can't. So I don't know. It feels like a big task, like maybe moving, creating something. What's the foundation? Why is this? What is this Prince of Swords? And I believe this came reverse. I feel like this is kind of being stuck inside and not really receiving messages, or because it was in reverse. So you might be inside a lot. Four of Wands in reverse. There's a crack in the foundation, or this is literally not being happy where you live. Something's not working. It could be a family matter. I feel like maybe they have a negative, they have like a negative idea, or they said something negative, or they were really judgmental. Interesting. In the near future, we have Queen of Wands, but we have I believe this Two of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands. Taking power into your own hands is what it looks like, or being given the opportunity to try another path. Ten of Wands. Okay. Things might get a little hard in November. I think you're starting to kind of realize, as much as it was easier before, it's now turning into the harder decision. So you're having to reassess your motivation, your creativity, your energy. This could literally be a court situation that just is really difficult, and you're just trying to get through it for some of you out there. Okay. Page of Pentacles in reverse, the day trader. So the guy who's always trying to think about big ideas, investments, growing things in long-term, money, material factions. I feel like this is someone who's telling you something's a good idea, but really it's like they haven't thought it all the way through. So in where this card is placed in the spread, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I can do it. And it just feels like a whole bunch of second guessing because of a decision you made a long time ago or a while ago. Yeah, Eight of Swords. So really all these fears are all in your head. Not that they don't really exist, but you're making them much scarier because you're not actually focusing on the ways that you can handle them or deal with them, or the likelihood. You're probably just worrying about, you're seeing them as they are, like in your head. And it's scarier than thinking about actually doing them. You're like, nope. So be wary about second guessing yourself based on things that you thought up. Don't reject yourself, is what I'm getting. Don't reject yourself. Let things play out through your actions and not your worries or your fears. Okay, environment. We have Five of Pentacles in reverse. Could have been a lost opportunity, or you could be getting out of a bad financial situation with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I think that you're no longer worried. Maybe you paid off a large bill that was making you feel a little bit like financially strapped. We have the Page of Swords here. I feel like a new truth is being valued. There's a new feeling of stability, a new feeling of protection and getting through this. There's a new idea of clarity, or a new idea on how to handle something, maybe a bill, maybe a financial relief, a debt, or just this feeling of lack. I think you're starting to get logical. People in your energy could be seeing you as somebody who's very studious. This could be a school bill that you've paid off. They could see you as somebody with answers. Somebody with answers in the darkness, staying in the circle. Something about staying in the circle. And then we have, so the internal fears, which Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like this is like a fear of getting older, or fear of not having that longevity or that passion that you used to have. Yeah, Four of Swords. Looking at the clock, kind of restless about it though. Like the more I think about it, the more time passes and it just gets heavier and heavier. But it's kind of like you have to just start moving. You got to just do. And here it's just kind of restless, but it's like analysis paralysis. Four of Luxury in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse. What is this with the probable outcome if things stay the same, or energy as it stands? Because we have free will, we can do anything. I feel like in November, you're gonna be healing a lot of things in regards to accepting the way something turned out. Healing through all the hard stuff. But right now, it seems like it gets more difficult before it gets better. But you know what? 10 of Wands doesn't always have to be this horrible judging card. It's really a victory because you've gotten through a lot of shit and you're almost there. But it's hard to be there if you're feeling so tired from going through all of the mess. So regaining your energy so that you can take this other path. I don't think you're about to take it in November. I think November is about being content with that feeling of, okay, that door is shut and then I'm gonna go on this other path. What is this Four of Cups in reverse? You could be feeling a little apathetic in November. All right, Page of Cups. And then you start to get curious. You're thinking about it, the world. And then an epiphany. Be cognizant of the full moons. The full moons in November. I feel like somebody might be coming in to give you some help or a new curiosity, new insights. It's like really you're playing so small, but inside you're like this force to be reckoned with. And I think in November, it's about letting these decisions and maybe past failures or past disappointments or things that kind of didn't turn out the way you wanted, or you kind of sacrificed it so that things could be easier, but ended up being harder. Instead of beating yourself up about it, just realize, hey, okay, those are some of my failures. Those are some of the things that held me back. But now I have the opportunity to say, hey, I've learned through that. And I've built myself up to where I now have more knowledge and wisdom with this owl here and purity, because I learned with a true heart. I wasn't over here scheming. I literally was just trying to make things more efficient. Your intuition could be very activated at this time. But you might be thinking about moving or visiting overseas, maybe around December. I'm getting Christmas vibes. Knight of Wands, and then there is your passion back. So the energy as it stands, it seems like this might need to happen. So it might be needing to look at how hard things have been and let it actually build a fire under your ass and say, hey, look, I actually leveled up because of this. It might not have looked pretty. It might not have been a success, but it's something that's making me stronger. And I know that sounds a little cliche, but I have finished this path. I have taken that wand. I'm gonna go check out the other option I had at that time and see if I can run that through. And then maybe that's even difficult. So it's like, okay, well, I need to go back to the drawing board. You just want a win at this time. It looks like you just need a win. But in order to appreciate those wins, you have to see your struggle as value, I think, before any wins will even be a win, if that makes any sense. All right. Whew. Now let's get into love. If this has to do with love, you can take it that way as if it resonates. If it does not, don't make it fit. It could just not be your reading, but let's just pull some love messages just in case there are some confirmation or things we need to hear for November. What do we got? Trust and truth. Pillow talk. A lot of pillow talk, a lot of closeness. I feel like these people are so close together, but at the same time, there's like a hesitancy, a feeling a feeling of being really far away, so that makes you even want to get even closer. A lot of reassurance at this time might be needed. Somebody in this dynamic could be needing some reassurance. Let your friends help you. Maybe this is a friendship, not love, but like that kind of friendship love, like, hey, you've been distant, you know, or maybe you're just feeling a little needy at this time. It's time to ask for help, you know, some support. And if you're not just comfortable with that, you could just say, hey, let's do this on this day, you know, and you could say it would mean a lot to me if we set something up next week. And then it kind of just helps you realize who's there for you. I think your friends can help you make things a little bit more lighthearted. Unrequited love. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So this could be somebody who's, if you're in a relationship, you could be really feeling somebody pulling away and it's making you want to get even closer. If that's you, it might be time to kind of reevaluate the situation and give it some breathing space. Don't crush the butterfly. And you would have heard me in some of my other readings, old readings. Don't crush the butterfly, you know, or else you'll kill it. Otherwise, it might just be time to move on. Anything else? And then attraction. I'm getting like strong vibes from this card of like, we have to think we're attractive, like to hold that confidence that attracts others. So it might be time to kind of just be with yourself, if you know what I mean, and reconnect with that passionate side of you that makes you feel like a living, breathing animal. You know what I mean? And also a very vibrant human being that's worthy of being appreciated for even just your ankles. All right. Cool. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I'm kind of feeling like getting some cosmic insights on this reading. Whoa. Sorry, I got these cards on a discount because your girl doesn't do this full time, so it ain't about the money. Oh, how it would be lovely if it was. If I was that good. All right. For Virgo, what information do they need regarding this reading? Ooh. Sexuality. Okay. So you're re-energizing your idea of celebrating yourself. And I think realizing that things have been difficult for you, but that you're getting through them, making a plan to make it even better, you're going to come out hot and smoking. You know what I mean? You're going to be wearing that, like, you got to respect this. And if you're not doing it with your face, you're doing it with your whole being, because you don't just get this way. You've earned it. Sexuality. So someone is still figuring themselves out. So this could be if someone is, you know, queer, just trying to figure things out. Might be better to not pressure them, or if yourself, don't pressure yourself. Just kind of get into yourself. It doesn't have to be a he or she thing. It can just be a thing. And figure out what you like, what you don't like, and let your friends support you. Tell them how much you love yourself, or the things you love about yourself, and give them the stuff to start feeding you back. It's one of those things. Sometimes we just gotta hear it so that we can ground ourselves and move forward instead of worrying about what if this ain't right. Let me compare it to that thing. No, this is me, and this is what I'm doing, and this is how I feel in the moment, and I can change it anytime if I freaking want to. Happiness is happiness. Water sign. Could be dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could have a lot of water in your chart. They could be very helpful at this time to get you to connect with your intuition. Or maybe tap into the water sign in you. Could be too grounded in logic. Time to fantasize. Taking a chance. Problems with addiction, gambling, and bad finances. So just be careful with money matters at this time. You know, you don't gotta You know, if you're trying to do little, like change your image or, you know, change your look or whatever, go the cheap route first. We don't got to go throw thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars on something when we're not even sure if we're going to like it in like a couple weeks or a year. So think about the long term or the longevity. If you're confident, it will look good, right? If it's exciting to you, that's all that matters, because it's gonna bring out the beauty of whatever you embrace or whatever you touch or whatever you wear. I mean, I've seen some people walking around in granny sweaters and I'm just like, damn, I wish I looked like that in a granny sweater. And it's nothing special. It's just their energy. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's right. I have a shitty attitude today. Cool. I'm probably not going to look good in anything. And I know it sounds kind of, you know, physical and silly, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things. All right. What do we want for you? Crystal? Mermaid, let's do crystal. Crystals have been very healing. I've been revisiting this deck that I started with a long time ago. And I'm realizing it's kind of giving me little tidbits and reminders. All right, what is Virgo's crystal? Crystal energy that they need or should be mindful of for the month of November 2023 for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and our Venus. For my Virgos. Fluorite. Learning. Ancient wisdom. Ancestors. Okay, so you're heavily protected at this time. So now is the best time to explore and learn about yourself. Fluorite, green energy, heart chakra. Let's actually get the insight from the actual book creator from the Healing Oracle Crystal Reading Cards of Michelle Sharman. Fluorite. Fluorite's a really cool stone because it comes in so many pretty colors. It can be shiny, it can be in really cool shapes, but it's primarily healing. So just pick your color and go with it. But this is for chakra. I'm also getting teeth. It might be good to go for a dental checkup at this time. It's also like energy that's like shooting out. You could be giving too much. And it's time to kind of give yourself boundaries with what you feel about how you think. Thoughts don't necessarily have to become things, but they will if you keep thinking them over and over again. Or it will be very draining if that's helpful to know. Okay, so fluorite. So it comes in ranges of purples, greens, and yellows. Fluorite is one of the most effective crystals to awaken new knowledge and enhance learning abilities. It stimulates the brain to retain and restore information and is a great crystal to connect with while studying. You could be in school at this time. This powerful medicine also assists in healing the memory, restoring it to its natural state. So with regard to the reading, you could actually be changing your major or going back to school and realizing, hey, I'm going to get a master's, but I'm doing this because my bachelor's was way too hard because I was just not into it. And it's okay to change your mind, right? Let's get, these cards are like in the way. I know it looks like a mess, but I get it. Okay. All right. Where are we? I don't know how I got on hematite, but I did. Oh, because I changed the page. So this stone does allow you to open to new knowledge and stimulates learning, mental, body, and enhances memory and decision making. Supports you to gain clear perspective when experiencing emotional confusion. Balances the mind and the mental body. So you've attracted this card as a sign that you're entering into a powerful time of learning. The Devas of Fluorite are working closely with you as you become aware and open to new experiences and opportunities. The most powerful way of learning is through your own life experiences. That's what we were talking about. You're being encouraged at this time to look within and bring forth the wisdom that you have learned in this life so far. With the Queen of Wands energy right there. This card may be also showing you that showing you that a situation you're currently experiencing is bringing great lessons and learning into your life. Be open to receive the gifts from the Devassa fluorite as you integrate the deep wisdom into your life. If you've been considering study or pursuing something that you love and inspires you, the timing is right. Whatever your situation, know that this is a powerful time of learning and growth that will assist you greatly as you move forward. So I'm getting a lot of like going back to school vibes too. Maybe we want to be a lawyer. Maybe you want to go into case law. Maybe you want to go into forensic psychology or something like that. It's never too late. It might seem like a burden. It might seem like everything's on fire, but honestly, just try. Go to FAFSA, sign up for some loans, start. You only have to do like one class at a time if you want to. But I honestly, if your passion is driving you in that direction, there's no regrets, really. It just might be really hard. But it might be different than it was before because this time you have these experiences to fuel you through it. All right, I also want to get you some Soul's Journey and Butterfly cards to see what might come through in November. Confidence candle is kind of dancing over here. And I'm seeing dragons in it. So you might get some information coming. Some people that really will support you on your journey and that make you feel strong in this movement forward. For Virgo, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for November 2023. Courage, right? Courage. Instead of how difficult things have been, and letting those things keep you from building and moving forward or trying something new, let that fuel you into who you are in this moment and fill those shoes because, oh, hold on. Stupid battery. Okay, pause. I don't know how much of that you missed. But we've got courage and the 10 of Wands. So instead of letting your hardships actually make you feel really bad about yourself or maybe you're worried about trying something new, let it actually help you fill your boots a little bit because you're walking in your shoes, right? And you got here and you've grown through a lot of things and you need to give it the attention it deserves by what Fluorite is saying. It's like you're constantly learning. You're never going to stop learning. And Virgos are like the information powerhouses. Maybe it's family changes. That might be something that comes up in November for you. Might make you a little worried. Blame. So I accept responsibility for my well-being. Healthcare change. So you might be making some changes. All right. So in this fall, I'm getting like definitely fall vibes. Seeing the sunshine in the fall, like doing something to where you bring summer to life. When you come out of hibernation, you are anew. So to refuel yourself, these burdens probably have taken a toll on you, on your health. So maybe time for a check-in, maybe time for an honest look at the decisions you make every day and if they're helping you or hurting you or setting you up for longevity or setting you up for struggle. And all it takes is changing those little decisions. It's hard. It's not fucking easy, but you already did this. And it's kind of about choosing which heart you want to deal with, right? And honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And if you can't expect the truth from yourself, then you're in trouble. It's time to kind of maybe reevaluate the intention there, but I doubt that's the reality here because that card came out. Let's look into some self-love cards for Virgo. For self-care. So what kind of self-care can Virgo start with for the month of November, or something to be mindful of, or something to remember that they liked doing to help them get out of any stagnant energy, to help them fan off the flames of burden and struggle so that they can really see how beautiful this outfit is, this presence of them truly is. Look at that back. It looks strong as crap. That's a strong back. That means that's carrying a lot of burdens. All right, happiness. And look at this. It's like the two the two pieces of you, the two experiences coexisting, sad and happiness, disappointment and joy. We can be both those things at one time. We don't ultimately have to be one thing. Life is fluid, experiences are fluid. So we take our experiences as we create them rather than how the environment presents them to be. The environment can present things as a really sad place, but we can change it in whatever we do with our two hands, how we see things with our two eyes, and whoever we speak with, and what we tell ourselves. So your thinking either makes your happiness or takes your happiness, and that is your choice. So we have the choice. So this is just our reminder, and this is something that we need to think about during the month of November, that we need to be honest with our outlook. See where we're shifting blame, see where we're avoiding blame, or seeing who we need to release because they are to blame. So, but it's all about taking action, being honest and accountable. Because we are learning. No one knows everything. There's no manual to this damn thing. But it takes a lot of courage. This could also be involving a family member. Somebody who's just not supportive, makes you feel really small, or it could be the opposite. It could be really encouraging you at this time, and you probably I'm getting like distant from them. So you have to learn to be strong all by yourself. And we can either focus on the fact that we're by ourselves and we miss them, or we can focus on the fact that they would be damn proud to be by your side. So again, there's choices there, and it's not easy. There's comfort and misery sometimes. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. This is getting really lectury, and I apologize. I don't know why it's getting like that. But this is about embracing change, right? If you aren't feeling like you're in a very beautiful place, maybe physically make it beautiful by stringing some flowers together and putting them in the doorways, being goofy, like doing whatever you got to do to literally take yourself out of your mind and into your environment that you have created. So if you're walking through a threshold in your doors or in your apartment, you can literally see something beautiful, right? And you're like, hey, I created that. I like that. That brings me joy. I like that. It's very empowering. Very empowering. I am going to remember a lot of this from myself. All right, is there anything else we need before we go? Let's get you some tea leaf reading cards. I'm just gonna pick a little chunk out of the deck, and we'll see what November is bringing you. A little bigger chunk. September, success in September. So there could be something from September that's important for us to remember, like, hey, I did that. All right, successful outcome to your problem. So this could be something that's like super burdensome. It's reminding you of the past. It's making you feel like you're doing everything all alone. Oh my God, this is the 10th step, but I'm almost there. This is the key. It almost looks like a Virgo sign. Could be moving. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. You have very strong protection up at this time. Ooh, spider energy could be important. Tree, affairs with your family. Okay, so family's definitely coming into focus. So I don't know if y'all are going to come together. The tree is a symbol of growth. It's stability. It's also communication through the grapevine, if you will, and nurturing each other when you need it. Let's see, we got hills, obstacles to overcome. A man, dealings with or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Wheel, indecisive, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So letting off the steering wheel a little bit. Or somebody could be going off the rails. Somebody could just need your support at this time, okay? They could be going through a rough patch mentally. They could be going through so much that all the little things are really seeming like big things. So it might be good to get together. This could be a friend you know. With the dog energy, it's getting together with friends. So kind of where that's coming from. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was Maslow Tarot. Please check out the Etsy shop as we are uploading new versions of the prosperity and abundance candles that I made with so much intention to bring you whatever you desire. Yeah, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be uploading some more deep dives, so check out your moon and your rising sign and even your Venus and see if there's any messages there for you. Thank you, Virgo. Bye.